Alrighty, good morning everybody. We are here, we are ready to go. It's another fantastic, fruitful day of Heroes of the Storm content. My headphones sound weird to me. I don't know why that is, but either way, welcome everybody. Good morning, Lazy Hydra. Good morning, Serious Wolf. We are here in the lower bracket quarterfinal for the Banshee Cup Qualifier number 6. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, it was going to be Three-Legged Cat. On the right, it is going to be your Swedish pensioners. Lower bracket quarterfinals, as I mentioned. So loser of this will be ending their qualifier run, and the winner goes on to the lower bracket semifinal coming up next. After that, the lower bracket final, and then the grand finals today. We're gonna try and do all the games, but as always, if the pain is a little too much, we will break early. But we're aiming to do the whole stream like we did yesterday. A bit of soreness today, but you know, that's part of the recovery, so overthinking it, worrying about it, but knock on wood, we're still on a positive progression. This is going to be Infernal Shrines, map number 1. Meta Madness style of draft. Heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps. You all know that dealio. Good morning, Wildfire. What's up, Rob Paris? Holy crap, they're on time-ish. Yeah. Hey, I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. Good morning, Rob. If you're watching on Twitch, be sure to follow the stream. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe so we can grow the channel. And also, all VODs on the YouTube side of things have spoiler-free additional time added. Alright, well, with housekeeping done, we have a Hogger, Junkrat, Medivh, and Blaze band away. We'll be seeing Rhaegar Johanna picked up with a Sylvanas on the side of Three-Legged Cat. Good morning, Foo Fighter. What's up, Ashmantle? Good morning, everybody. Bit of soreness today in the leg. Bit of soreness. Hopefully it's not gonna impede us from streaming, but as I said, if it's too much, we will tap out for the day. But fingers crossed it won't be too much. Fingers crossed. It's I don't think I overdid it yesterday, but I streaming, but I definitely could have relaxed a little bit more after stream yesterday. I probably could have just laid on the floor a little bit more horizontal. I tried to do a few things around the house because I was feeling good, and that might have been a little too much. But we shall see. We shall see how today goes. I still have another 30, 40 minutes before the steroid would fully kick in, so I really won't know. So until then, it's gonna be a little awkward and shaky. I'm also very sweaty today. Very hot. Don't know why. Thanks for the follow, Pure Pink Pony. Diablo band away. What else are we gonna get rid of? Genji. All right. So, Rhaegar Johanna, we'll see the Sylvanas, Leorc, Lucio. Obviously, it's a Cho'Gall setup for Three-Legged Cat. Duh. And, no, I mean, with Rhaegar Johanna, they need, some nice wave clear. I like the idea of, a Gul'dan, Mephisto, Chromie could be an option as well. Actually, maybe not Chromie, because the Lucio high fives, and the Leorc Wraithwalk, and the Willed Forsaken for Sylvanas, so yeah, probably not Chromie because there's just way too much counter CC or cleansing factors. God, I got a frog in my throat today. How do you take the steroid? Is it not a needle? No, it's just oral. It's just a pill. I have a 12-day regimen for a steroid. It's 60 milligrams, so it's 3 pills, 3 days, 2 pills, 3 days, so 40 milligrams, so it's 20 per pill. And then I take 1 pill for 3 days or each day, and then I take half a pill for the last 4 days. So it's a tapered steroid. So a couple days ago, it was the best I technically was feeling, but that was when it was the strongest because it had to reduce the inflammation. So now I'm on the last day of 40 milligrams. Tomorrow I move down to 20 milligrams. So fingers crossed the inflammation goes down and stays down with the tapered effect. All right. Also, I don't sleep on this. I probably sleep, I don't know, anywhere from 4 to 6 hours a night. It does not let me sleep very well. So that's another factor. There we go. Now when I go to the surgeon on Thursday, they might do a local steroid shot right in the area of inflammation and stuff, and that, hopefully, if it is needed, will be the answer. Hopefully not surgery. On the right, it is Swedish Pensioners. We've got Hwit playing Johanna, Svamgrada on the Dahaka, Make playing Rhaegar, Skog with your Hanzo, and Max Passion on the Tracer. To the West Ham side of the map, we've got Three-Legged Cat. We've got High Wraith on Falstad, a Deviant Muradin. We'll see BRB soaking on Leoric, Dark to play Sylvanas, and last but not least, we'll have Captain Rex on the Lucio. Any side effects? Just the lack of sleep. Lack of sleep is the biggest one. But I don't have, like, roid rage or anything like that. Yeah. I'd say sleep. Sleep is probably the biggest thing that's affected me. Condemn coming in from Johanna, trying to pressure onto the enemy. No value found. Falstad is going to go into Gathering Storm level 1. He's going to be building up that Q as hammering. He's already got 6 stacks, so not too bad on that one right there. Oh, I will say this. Taking the steroid at 4 in the morning makes starting to cast at 6 a.m. very easy. Let's start out that prediction for all of you at home. Twitch Gamble's up and available if you'd like to make a prediction. Who's going to win map number 1? We're in the lower bracket quarterfinals. We've got 1, 2, 3 best of 3s and 1 best of 5 for all of you today. As I said, as long as my pain is not too much, we will continue to cast. And if it gets to be too much today, then we will stop. That is the rule I've set for myself. Oh, I will say this. Because of the lack of sleep, around like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I start to get like a little, I wouldn't say loopy, like not high, but I just get giggly because I'm just so exhausted. So last night I watched Talladega Nights and I was just cracking up. And I know all the jokes in the movie, but I was just absolutely cracking up so hard at it. So it's just like, oh, you know, I guess there's a side effect. The lack of sleep is making me a little loopy in the afternoon. 17 stacks for Falstad currently, as our gamble has got some nice odds. 420 to 7,000. Nice.
Smoke weed every day.
Very, very nice. Unstable Poison, Tunneling Claws, or excuse me, Lurker Strain. Nothing. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a Brush Dog drag right onto Lucio, and Captain Rex is going to go down first blood in favor for the side of Swedish Pensioners. As Wit is going to back away, and the camp is grabbed just below. Nicely done. Max Passion in mid lane, a little low on HP, but I don't think Leoric's going to be able to one-shot Max Passion on Tracer, so... An easy harassment, camp to be grabbed for top lane as well, and bottom is managed by Muradin and Sylvanas. It gets little to no value. All right, Arcane Punisher, first one of the game. We'll see how this works out. Sorry, I got a message from the admin. I was unsure of what they were talking about. Ow, sorry. Oh, God, soreness. Oh, okay. Alright, anyways, so we're objective phase is up. Wit's taking quite a bit of damage. This Johanna is able to back away, breaking the drain from Leoric as BRB soaking was getting a little bit low. Pulse Bomb on the Deviant on the left-hand side isn't going to be able to find a kill. And this objective phase is looking good to the side of Swedish Pensioners. Can they finish it out is the real big question. Big condemn from Johanna. No subdone from that, but it seemed like it was almost going to get finished out. And yeah, this... Oh, wait, Make's getting really low. Drag onto Muradin. Drops the Thunderclap. Tracer blinks in. Parting Gift's not enough, and Muradin lives. I can't believe it. Muradin lives. Falstad hits his 30-second stack. We've actually got 36 to 38 and Skeletal Defenders 37, 39, 39, 39, and it's going over to the side of Three-Legged Cat. Oh my god, I can't believe it. They win it. They win it. And they get the double kill? What?
How quickly the tide turns.
Alright, well, that was a series of events. Three-legged cat with the bop here in bottom lane, and they find the Dahaka kill as well. The one person who put 420 on three-legged cat has got to be like, oh wait, I might have some channel points in my future. Skog? Wow. Okay, not what I was anticipating from a first Punisher phase.
Blue team has destroyed a fort. Blue team's Punisher has been slain.
Sorry. BRB Soaking is going to be able to force Max Passion to blink away. Captain Rex is speed boosting in, but doesn't look like they'll chase it any further. Man, oh man. What a change of events. The Falstad scaling, by the way, is looking pretty good this early on. Falstad not looking too bad. 4-1 in kills. 10 Talontiers here. High Five, Entomb, Avatar, Wailing Arrow, and I'm assuming Gust. There's the Gust. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a Hinterland's Blast. Lucio pushes off. Iron Skin activated by Wit. High Five onto Deviant as the Dwarf Toss is going to be completed. No concerns right there. Mortar Punisher will be our next Punisher in the top lane. Until then, looks like it's hard siege through mid with the Black Arrows from Sylvanas. Big Wailing Arrow as well. Johanna getting low. Murden, Dwarf tosses in. Heavy impact to slow them down. And Make will fall as well. Hanzo done with his scatter arrows, but, yeah. Oh, Murden! Saved by the Gust. Dahaka. Dahaka makes his way in. Lurker Strain looks for the drag. Can't find anything. Max Passion jumps in with Tracer and can't get the parting gift value. And man, it's just hemorrhaged kills left and right. And this mid fort will fall down. All right. Huh. Well then, chat. That was, I'm just blown away because the start of the game seemed pretty good for Swedish Pensioners. They had good pressure, good team fighting, and that all fell apart around this objective phase, and then since then it's just been downhill. I do want to point out that Tracer going into Pulse Rounds level 10, not going to be going into any sort of Quantum Spike or the Sticky Bomb, so increased charge rate and range. Increased charge rate and range. Isolation, Dragon's Arrow, Ancestor Healing. Sorry. I'm just not clear my throat enough today. Give me a second.
The shrine gathers power. Claim it in
All right, maybe that's better. Huh. All right, well, we'll get a camp on the left-hand side from Sylvanas. 7-1 in kills. 13 Talontier advantage. Oh, boy. It's looking a little hairy. But what can be found off this next objective phase? The top fort gate's already opened up. I really don't think you try and fight this as Swedish Pensioners. I really think you just try and... Alright, they're gonna go for it in top lane. Hanzo's arrow initiates. There's an Entomb from Leoric. Johanna's kind of caught in here. Murden, Dwarf tosses in. Wailing Arrow from the Sylvanas as the Ancestor Healing will connect, and we do have a ton of damage onto the Johanna. Will Wit fall? Yes. Falstad, though, hit by the isolation, shut down by Hanzo. So they'll trade the Johanna for the Falstad as Murden's getting hit with a Pulse Bomb. Deviant really low. Will fall, and now Hanzo mopping up the fight here. The Orc is doing his best to get on out with a Wraithwalk, and scatters from Hanzo are looking pretty good. The sustained damage from Max Passion is not going to be able to find the kill into Dark. Sorry, trying to rearrange an ice pack here. By the way, the objective phase wasn't even started. Dahaka's going down to bottom lane. And the death timer's not that long, so Murden's on his way back. Falstad's already here. Hey, what's up, Freaky? A little bit more stackage for Falstad, picking up his 55th stack right there. Haunting Wave in from Sylvanas. Thought she had the black arrows activated there, but I don't think so. I think it was just the unstable poison. Dragon's arrow from Hanzo connects into BRB soaking, and he will fall. And maybe the Swedish pensioners are building back momentum. Dahaka actually rotates out of top lane to go keep soaking up mid. Hold up, Deviant though is getting a little bit low. Charged in by Rhaegar. Able to dwarf toss away, haunting away from Sylvanas, and Falstad hammerings are poking here and there. Dahaka goes fishing for a drag and can't land anything. He actually needs to back away. The pulse bomb applied to BRB soaking. God, when will this fight end in top lane? Entomb from Leorc, Avatar from Muradin once again. Keep in mind he doesn't have the cooldown reduction from level 4, as we do have a brush stock and an isolation onto Muradin, but that's not going to yield anything other than a connection of the skill shot. And this objective phase just never ends. Holy crap. Still second objective phase. Drag onto Muradin. He's going to drop a Stormbolt into the enemy. Falstad's still working on the objective. Leorc is going to mop the rest of that up, but Deviant will fall. BRB soaking, getting some assistance from Lucio here. The Punisher may be jumping back. Pulse Bomb applied to Leorc as we have a Dragon's Arrow onto Sylvanas. Lucio unable to get the bop onto Dahaka as he burrows under the ground. We have Max Passion with getting an Ancestor Healing from Make, but Make will go down, throwing out one last chain heal. Svampgrada caught inside the Entomb. Woof! What an explosive first best of 3 of the day. Usually it's slow, it's easy, we can wake up and chat. No, it's just a 5-minute fight in top lane. What's up, Kess? How you doing today, bud? Alright, well, it is just about 12 minutes in, second Punisher of the game, and we're pushing on to a keep here. Nice advancement from Three-Legged Cat. And, Punisher's still pretty healthy. Oh, whoa, Captain Rex getting really low. Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas, and the gust to push back from Falstad. And this Punisher won't confirm the keep, I don't believe. But in mid lane, they do find a Dahaka here. So the keep is saved. Dahaka will fall. And Falstad has to rearrange his Hearth location. All right. So it's 11-5 so far. 15 seconds to go on that Dahaka still. Did you get rain or snow last night? Neither really. We didn't really get anything up here. Maybe we got some rain, but the deck wasn't wet this morning, or like icy or anything like that. We got a lot of wind. Like I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, holy crap, that wind is whipping outside, but that's really about it. I think whatever we were supposed to get got just pushed out by the winds. Johanna stepping in here, a little scatter out from Hanzo. Johanna caught inside the Entomb. Thunderclap down from Muradin as Falstad gets hit with a Pulse Bomb. High five from Lucio coming in to assist. As the shield glares are being thrown out by the Johanna. Leorc is Wraith walking around. No Entomb for the next 35 seconds. And top lane fort will be saved. Dahaka goes and manages bottom lane. Not a bad start for Three-Legged Cat. They've had some wobbles here as Swedish pensioners were building back a little bit of momentum in the game and fighting back in a couple team fight moments. Big surprise, fighting back in a team fight. But overall, it seems like Three-Legged Cat is still holding on. Swedish pensioners, they're going to try and set up for some sort of gank here on the left-hand side, but this camp is nowhere near up, so not sure what sort of rotation they're expecting from the enemy team, because there's really no... This is actually kind of confusing. I don't know who you're going to catch out here. Like, why would anyone be rotating this way? They have the advantage. I don't know. That's a little weird. Trying to catch the people out here, but hey, you know what? They checked the reverse amp actually finds the Johanna in the bush. Nicely done from Captain Rex. I was not anticipating a rotation through the Safeway. I thought they would have just rotated directly through the middle of the map with their near 20 talent tier advantage. But Falstad throws some hammerings into top lane. He's poking onto the keep, trying to take this down. Lucio speeds things out. Yeah, Volstad's going to confirm the keep, barrel roll away. We got a fight breaking out in mid lane as that is Tracer, the first one to go down here. Murden, Dwarf launches in. Make, maybe the target of a Stormbolt, but it doesn't look like the connection will happen. And there's that 20 talent here. Rewind for Murden, Blink for Sylvanas. We got a Buried Alive and Entomb Leoric, Wind Tunnel, and Mixing Fire. And I just cannot get comfy today, man. It's just like that uncomfortable soreness. Like, there's no comfortable position. But it's not painful. It's just uncomfortable. Alright. I'm trying to rearrange so maybe I can feel sort of comfortable. Oh, look at that. Just... Oh, they're not going to... Pause. There we go. Oh, good thing I rearranged right beforehand. Looks like the sun is not out enough yet. Let's turn off that. Alrighty, okay, so... We have a player that DC'd. We'll find out what's going on with that, and then we'll get back into the game. Make sure we snooze out our ads so none of that runs right now. How's everybody's Sunday? Hope you're all having a wonderful morning. Hope you're nice and comfortable. Hopefully more comfortable than me. Ooh, that's nice right there. That's not too bad. Now, I am a little far away from the mic, so I kind of got to speak up a little bit. But, you know, this works out. This works out. I can sit back a little bit for the time being. We are just waiting for a DC on a player, but it does seem with Tracer dead for 8... Well, this could be a game-winning push when we unpause here. It just really depends on what defenses are achieved. That's really the big factor, is what kind of defenses can they achieve. The Swedish pensioners, they don't have 20s. They're not really close to having a trickle in or anything like that. Whew. Just uncomfortable today. Tired, uncomfortable. I need a good night's sleep. That's what I need tonight. I need a very good night of sleep. And a lot of ice. Alrighty. I don't know why, hands are clammy and I don't feel the best today. Think I am just exhausted. But either way, we got a little pause, and we'll get back into the game fairly soon. Hopefully. That is not what I wanted. That is not what I wanted. No update from the players. All right. Not upset. Were you chasing cars? Because that's one way to get exhausted. Very funny. No, it's the steroid that I have to take for my back. It's the steroid that I have to take for my back. It really makes it difficult to sleep. Also, the pain and stuff that I'm in makes it difficult to sleep, but still. All right, yeah, today's definitely a lot more difficult than yesterday was, but I'm really hoping that it's not going to be like, I'm really hoping as I sit here it gets a little bit better and my body's like, all right, cool, we're comfortable. But anyways, discomfort is just I'm so tired of pain and discomfort. I'm so exhausted of it, chat. But it looks like the members of Three-Legged Cat are exhausted of dealing with the bottom lane keep, so they'll go ahead and take this down. This might be game, as I mentioned, might be game right here. Tracer is back up, buried alive. Wailing Arrow goes deep into the Rhaegar, denying any sort of cast of Ancestral Healing for that moment, but it wasn't even necessary. The Gust Wind Tunnel from Falstad pushing back the enemy as Three-Legged Cat wants to go for core. It looks like Punisher jumps back onto the enemy. BRB soaking very low. The Falstad's still fairly healthy, but not a whole lot of mana. The auto attacks are looking pretty good, and the core HP is going to fall here. The Punisher's still fairly healthy, and Ladies and gentlemen, Three-Legged Cat takes a victory in map number 1. Confucius says, man who stand on toilet is said to be high on pot.
Smoke weed every day.
What's up, Kel? How you doing? Points for Ashmantle. Right button. There we go. Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. We're a little all over the place today. I apologize. We're doing our best, and we are here into map number 2 already. I didn't run ads, so I'm going to do that now. Whoopsies. Everything is bite-size. I mean, everything is bite-size if you believe. Everything is bite-size if you believe it. Dragonshire map number 2. We are here in our first best of 3 of the day in the lower bracket quarterfinal. We have Three-Legged Cat on the left-hand side and we have Swedish Pensioners on the right. And this is a best of 3 series, lower bracket final, lower bracket quarterfinal. So loser is going to be going home. Winner goes on to the semifinal coming up next. Hogger and Medivh are banned away. Samuro as well. Okay, alright. So no Samuro shenanigans. I mean, this is still a really good map for Abathur, I'm just saying. This is still a really, really good map for Abathur. So trying to adjust ever so slightly. There we go. I think that's a good adjustment. Yeah, I need another ice pack already. Man, it is. I don't know what it is today, man. I don't know what it is. It's just the soreness today is just, it's so bad. Don't know. Maybe I did overdo it. I'm overthinking it. I just don't want to set myself backwards. That's the biggest concern. Is like I want to stream and do stuff, but I also don't want to go backwards in recovery. Brightwing will start things out for the side of Swedish Pensioners. Okay, big percent-based healing. A Junkrat Anduin. Alrighty. Genji is still up and available. He was banned away in map number 1, so we could see a Light Bomb combination. Genji on Dragonshire is pretty good. Zeratul on this map is pretty popular as well because of his mobility with the Might of the Nerazim and being able to kind of double blink and stuff like that. Oh, and it might be a day to tap out. I'm not sure. Oh, chat. Managing this is so obnoxious. Managing this is so obnoxious. All right, I'm gonna go grab a pack of ice. I might as well do it. I need it. I definitely need it. Can you post a link? Yeah, you can. Sorry for the delay. Sorry, I think it'd be dumb of me not to just go grab this pack of ice really quickly. Yeah, that was the right call. It's not an immediate fix, but it's definitely a little bit better. I think there's just swelling today. It's just some swelling that I gotta try and get down. Genji and the Jaina, the Rexar, Brightwing, Diablo. Okay, so interesting draft from the Swedish pensioners. We've got Junkrat, Anduin, Varian, Urel. How do they want to round out this draft? I don't think it's a hyper carry Junkrat. I feel like they want some extra damage here, like a mage. I'd like some sort of like bursting. Okay. Percent base damage into the Misha, the Diablo, so it does give you that chunk, which is nice. Kind of would like to see like a some sort of bursting mage, but Chromi's already banned away, so all right. Oh, let's take a look at this. Nice. Looks good. Looks good. Enjoy, Kel. Enjoy. Start prediction. Which team is going to win Dragonshire?
Heroes.
He's back. Who? What's up, forget what? BRB soaking on the left-hand side for three-legged cat will be your Urel. Deviant on Varian. Captain Rex to play Anduin. We've got High Wraith on Junkrat, and Dark to play the Greymane. To the right side of the map, it's going to be Swedish Pensioners. Gia on this Genji. We've got a Max Passion Jaina. Skog to play Diablo. Svampgrad on the Rexar. Misha to play Misha, and Make will be your Brightwing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the battle begin.
Alrighty. Light of Karabor for Urel at level 1. No Dauntless, but I guess do you really want the Dauntless up against Rexar and Misha? I mean, they'll kind of just chunk through. Oh, not really chunk through it, but I mean, it's more sustainability up against them with the Light of Karabor, since you're increasing the radius by 50%. Hitting enemy heroes increase the Vindication healing by 45%, and if one or more heroes hit, the bonus increase to 90, so that's pretty good against Rexar Misha. Especially with Genji jumping up here as well, can get some decent value from that ability. And maybe BRB soaking. No, you just saw a good chunk of heal off of that right there. What's up, Death Knight? Good morning, bud. Let's start up that prediction. For those of you wondering or would like to make a prediction who's going to win map number 2 in our first best of 3 of the day. As a reminder, winner goes on to the lower bracket final, so we could see Three-Legged Cat moving on to the lower bracket final up next, or we could go to a map number 3. Put your gambles where your beliefs are.
Think yourself worthy to wield the dragon
Flare utility, by the way, for Rexar. It's got 100% uptime, 20 seconds of duration, and 20 seconds of cooldown, so it's basically off cooldown the moment it expires. Camps to be grabbed on the left and the right, and we'll have Siege Giants a little bit faster for Swedish Pensioners. Misha is such a high skill ceiling character, only Misha can play her. That is true.
Capture the shrines.
5 globes for the Jaina currently. Diablo's gonna go for Black Soulstone at level 1. And Varians with his Lion's Maw at level 1 as well. Just 4 out of the 25 stacks on that, just slowly working through it. But camps grabbed all around the map except for the lowest camp, the Siege, the Bruiser camp. And Siege Giants and bottom lane cleared out. I don't think they find much value on either side, realistically. Dream Shot for the Brightwing. Could see Hush a little later on, but you are basically trading Critter Eyes out for Hush. We'll see. We'll see. It's definitely something I've seen, but the Dream Shot, regardless, will give you just a safe kind of clear from being poked out from Junkrat or dove on by Greymane or charged on by Varian, so it's just a safety thing for Make. You also get the hitting heroes at the Arcane Center reduces cooldown to 2 seconds. Not by, 2 seconds. Urel doing her best just to clear out the top lane. Jaina making a rotation up here. Max Passion maybe looking for the big burst to take down BRB Soaking. There's some cold, there's some decent damage, but the Avenging Wrath over the wall. Big siege in top lane, though, achieved by Swedish pensioners. Uriel jumping in, trying to push people back, but there is going to be a trade in this moment, though. While that's happening in top and bottom lane, the fort front gate will completely go down. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a charge taunt. Make's the target. Good damage. Frag launcher grenade is wiggled away from. Genji tries to chase down Deviant, or at least zones him away with the swift strike in. And Greymane still doing work on this fort in bottom lane. Uriel defending top lane okay-ish, and maybe we'll see traded structures. Varian charges in once again. The concussion mine isn't even necessary, but Varian dove in a little too deep, and he does go down. Leap of Faith saves Dark for the time being. Skog can't close the distance. Throws out a Fire Stomp. Alright, well, bottom lane to be channeled as I rearrange this ice pack once again. Don't know if that's a better spot or not. We'll find out in 20 seconds. Polymorph onto this Greymane. I think he's pushed away. There's no Leap of Faith from Anduin. He's got a Desperate Prayer. He's got the Well of Healing. The slow is good from Jaina, but it's not going to be enough to get a kill. And that's that. All right. Well then. Polymorph onto Deviant. We get a quick clear onto the way from Greymane. Sorry, I just cannot get comfortable today, Chad. I apologize. I'm trying to find the comfortable spot, but it's just today I can't manage it, and I apologize. Greymane is not going to be seen dying in mid lane. Right wing will get the channel on the objective, and this is Dragonite for the side of Swedish pensioners. Mid fort front gate continues to be opened up. Oh, Misha continues to try and pressure onto BRB soaking in top lane. Hand of Freedom just to rush on out of that lane. Good concussion mine over the wall. Skog is tanking tower shots. Diablo is dead. He didn't have souls. Just not enough respect on the concussion mine from Junkrat right there. Nicely done. Varian charges in, taunt up in a few seconds here. Unable to get that onto Genji, but I still don't think they had enough burst to take him down. We'll kick on to Varian in mid lane. He'll be just displaced away. No big deal on that one. Dragonite continues just to work on mid lane. One flame belch as it will be cleared out. We've got a Hecla. Oh my god. The alley-oop kill on Brightwing right there. She gets annihilated. Nice pick off from Three-Legged Cat. And we haven't cycled through the other numbers, so let's go ahead and do that right now. As bottom lane fort should fall down here. They clear out the... Oh, wait a minute. Diablo Apocalypse goes in. X-Strike from Genji. Marks the target. Anduin will go down. Riptire from Junkrat. Thrown out. And that's really all I can say about that. On from Varian onto Gia. I think he was just like, I don't think I live here, so maybe at least I can taunt and open up a gap for my teammates to back away. But not the case, and he still falls. Another flare out from Rexar. Oh, all right. That's pretty much it right now. No other real engagements to be had. We're gonna see a camp over on the right being picked up. We'll have the same thing on the top left for the top lane. Dragonite phase is up and available here in a few moments. Nisha charging through, and Anduin will rotate up to top lane to help out. Just so mentally distracted today. I apologize, chat. Just so all over the place today. Doing my best.
Harness the power of sun and moon.
Oh, 13 talents here will be here in a second. Oh, on top lane, BRB soaking. Has the Ardent Defender. It's the Avenging Wrath over the wall. Apocalypse activated by Diablo, but that's down in the bottom lane because he's trying to back away. So I think it's going to be Urel and Diablo traded. Oh, wait a minute. Nah. Souls are still expended from Diablo. Brightwing tried to come in with the phase shift to help out. Did not work out for him. And Greymane will Razor Swipe and clear things up. This is just going to be simple setup for the Dragonite phase. By the way, top lane fort will fall to the massive wave that was pushed up there. No worries. Thank you. I appreciate it. Just, yeah, it's I can feel myself not all here, and it bothers me, but I know it's not that big of a deal.
The fire comes for you.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can't do all of today. I don't know. It's like I'm not in like pain. It's just I'm just uncomfortable. But it's not even like, I don't know. It's hard to describe, chat. Very hard to describe. I think I'm also just very tired. I think it's really finally starting to catch up with me, the lack of sleep. And flame belches here and there from the Dragonite. Urel jumps in, trying to clear the wave with the Righteous Hammer. There's not really much she can do into the Dragonite outside of just damage it. Kick onto Greymane as he is the main sort of clear onto this. The mid fort will start falling. The Swedish pensioners doing a really good job of opening up the map here. Map number 2, making a good case for a map 3 here in the lower bracket quarterfinal. Dragonite expires. Concussion Mine zones. Jane is done with her improved ice block. Mortal Wound, by the way, for Varian at level 13. We didn't talk about that. So he's got that. Is it 35%? 40% for 4 seconds. And Diablo's going to be leaning into Devastating Charge. He has a Sacrificial Soul as well. Camp for the bottom lane to be grabbed. 18 Regeneration Globes out of 25 for the Rexar and Misha. A bit like a toothache, but like not the worst. Like always distracting you. You know how I would. You know how I correlate this? Is if you've ever gone ice skating, skiing, or snowboarding, and you've fallen, and you have that, like, you fall, and it's like that real bad soreness where no matter what position you're in, you're just kind of uncomfortable. Like, you're not really in pain, you're just sore and uncomfortable, and it just doesn't feel good to be in any position realistically. That's where I'm at. Which this is way better than the sheer literal, like, oh my god, rip my leg off, I want to die pain. Because that's where I was a few days ago. So I'll take this over that. It's just I'm trying, like yesterday was like so good, and then this is a step back, so my brain's just like, please, I want to keep progressing.
My beloved is gone, but his power remains.
It's also early in the morning and I'm waking up, so that's the other factor too. I'm sure by like, I'm sure by like 7:30, like 40-ish minutes from now, I'll be in a way better spot. I'll have digested all of the steroid. I'll have had enough food in my body as well. So, fingers crossed.
Avenge my husband. Earn his power and
it feels like I got a big old bruise on my butt. Actually, my whole left side. Like I got kicked by a horse. Oh, it's 17 apiece in levels, 4 to 6 in the kills, and for now, Rexar's Flare will scout out Varian and friends. Shadow Charge onto Varian. He's going to be leapt away. In the back line, we currently have Genji as the Light Bomb comes through from Anduin. Riptire from Junkrat focusing onto the Jaina. Max Passion getting a little bit low here. Ardent Defender from Urel activated as well. So very low members on the red side. Apocalypse activated by Diablo. He will catch one. Extract from the Genji onto High Wraith here. The Chastise from Anduin will connect onto Gia. Diablo Soul's expended for him to be back in. After a long time, the uncomfortable part mentally exhausts you. Yeah, but I'm also exhausted because I don't sleep very much on the steroid. So that's the thing too. I'm not getting like full nights of rest, which is really what I also want. I'll tell my horse to stop kicking you into sleep. Thank you. I would appreciate it. Bandit does like to kick me, but that's only when it's like Mondays and I haven't got out of bed and it's 8:30 and he's like, it's time to feed me. That's when he'll start kicking me. Bottom lane channel will be over to the side of Swedish pensioners. Yrel is going to hold top lane for the time being. So no Dragonite available to either side, but this map, I mean, it's technically equal. It's just there's more damage into the mid and bottom lane structures on the side of Three-Legged Cat. All right, Genji clearing things out in top. It's a close game. Like, it's a 1-kill difference. There's... Misha actually might be a good chunk of experience to get to that level 20 a little bit faster, but unfortunately she'll have the mending. She also has that armor. Revive Hots, thanks for the follow. Used to sit for a Jack Russell that would stand on you when it was time to get up and feed and walk him. Oh, no thank you. That's like the Huskies that throw tantrums. I just, no thank you. I would rather not. Oh, Midford is getting a little bit low here. Dragonite is available, but... No, it's not. Never mind. BRB Soaking is going to Hearth out of top before Genji can delay her out. But that is going to be defensive setup in mid. Anton White, thanks for the follow. Rexar releasing the Boars Apocalypse from the Diablo. It's Hellgate level 20, mind you. Invisible Friends, Jaina Holding, Living Weapon, Kill Command. Dragonite goes over the side of Swedish Pensioners. And Jaina's going to go Winter Mute level 20. Still don't have those 20s on the left-hand side for Three-Legged Cat. We're just waiting. We're really kind of just waiting around to see what this Dragonite yields, and not enough. Glory to the Alliance picked up by Variant at level 20. We've got Revive. Thanks for the raid. I appreciate that, bud. We'll resend alert when we get out of game. That's going to be a Light Bomb from Anduin connecting onto Misha. Riptire from Junkrat. He's got Cannonballs level 20. No extra oomph. Riptire gets some decent damage. Misha getting a little bit low. Is there a Boars kill command? There is one for Rexar, but he's not going to throw it back. Doesn't look like they really need it here. Oh, wait, nope. They're going to go throw the kill command. It connects onto Varian. The Dragonite is on the left-hand side of all of this. Bringing back Hots from Australia. Well, I appreciate that. Thanks for returning it. We lent Australia Heroes of the Storm, and I'm glad you're returning it back to us. Thank you very much. Oh, hope you're having a good Monday, friend. Hope you're having a good Monday, bud. But welcome in. We're doing some Banshee Cup casting. My name's Bahamut. I currently have some spine issues, so I'm a little distracted. And my streams have been a little wonky lately, but I appreciate the raid and bringing your friends over here. Very much appreciated. Bottom lane, Keep is going to be taking a whole brood of damage here. The spread volley from Junkrat providing a lot of good damage. We have 32 seconds left on Diablo's Death Timer. Ardent Defender activated by the Yrel, and she steps back into the Blizzard for some decent healing, but she's actually going to drop a little bit low. X-Strike from Genji going through. No Living Weapon reset, but Yrel still goes down. The Riptide from Junkrat deflected by Genji. Gia gets the face shift from Brightwing, and they're out of here. Nearly 2 hours into Monday. I just assume that if anyone from Australia or New Zealand raids me, and I know they're from those countries, then I can just assume it's the day after me. I'm on West Coast United States, so I can usually just assume it's the next day for you. Ugh. God, this spinal pain. Oh, if I could just turn it off.
Power gathers within the shrines. Seize them and become the new Dragonite.
So, Irel dead for the next 19 seconds. A win condition has been opened up by Three-Legged Cat. They just need to close out the game, or at least they need to find a couple kills and then they can run through bot and close out the game. Varian looking to taunt onto Misha, just trying to pressure the bear, but she'll be fine. Her husband is dead. And this will be Siege Giants cleared out in bottom. Jaina gets the top lane channel. I don't see anyone on this. There's no timer on it. We know. Oh no, they actually weren't in the bush. Thought they were. Think you'd be right, like what, 80% of the time? Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's 6:57 for me in the morning. And the only time I'm up this early streaming is if I do a subathon or if I've been doing these tournaments, so.
The Dragon Knight shall reduce you to...
How am I doing this morning? I'm in a little bit of a rough space today, but we're rooting, we're tooting, and we're hoping that things level out and the soreness and the uncomfortability really starts to level out. As I said before, if it still is too much, like if I start to get to the point where it's like, this is a dumb idea, I'm pushing myself, I'll just wrap up stream. But I'd prefer not to. I love streaming, love chatting, love hanging out with all of you and making fun content. Have a great stream. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us, Revive. You have a good one, bud. Is Three-Legged Cat 1-0 in the bracket? It says the Swedish pensioners are ahead here. I'm pretty sure Three-Legged Cat won the first map. My Liquipedia doesn't have any updates on it, Mopsio. So it might be... Oh, you know what, Mopsio? It's probably Cross's fault. It's probably Cross's fault. No, Rob, it's probably Cross's fault. When in doubt, blame the French. Yeah, Three-Legged Cat won the first map in a Twitch prediction upset. Three-Legged Cat had a pretty decent map number 1. They struggled at the beginning. Swedish pensioners had the lead. And then it was just fight after fight. Like, the first objective phase was a flip moment. And then the second objective phase was a huge delayed out fight that Three-Legged Cat still won and then took down a keep. Nearly took down a keep. The French. I only blame the French because Cross is French and it's just the running joke, so. I got nothing against the French people. Just the French admins. You just came back from running? Oh, no worries, Mopsio. Yeah, no. Glad to answer the question. Well, either way. Back on into it. Three-Legged Cat has a win condition through bottom lane if they can find a good team fight. But of course, the same thing can be said on the side of Swedish pensioners. They get a good team fight. They've got great siege damage to take down the keep in bottom lane. So long as they don't lose like Jaina. Bottom lane being shoved in. Camps are like 2.5 minutes away. A minute down here. 3 minutes, half a minute over there. So it's just safety play for the time being. Rob has something against the French. Oof. Drama. Three-Legged Cat also has the win condition by just taking the team fight and winning it. All they have to do is not run it. Yeah. Yeah, Three-Legged Cat, they could pull ahead here into the lower bracket semifinal, which is up next. Oh, where's my... There you are. Alright, so vision-wise... Okay, so I think they have an idea of where each other are.
There must always be a Dragon Knight.
Rel's probably going to show him bottom lane in a second here. Yeah. Alright, well, it's just safety positioning from both sides. No one going to be too aggressive here. I believe this is the third Dragon Knight of the game. Oh, Nightbot, thanks for the spam, dude. Moonshrine over the side of Three-Legged Cat. Swedish Pensioners. Hold up. Varian goes in for the charge. There's a light bomb on top of all of that. Misha is the one that will not go down. Diablo is DC'd, unfortunately. It looks like he's going to just back away for the time being. Swamp Grata trying to get out of here. It doesn't look like he'll be taken down. And we get a pause. Yay. Oh, wrong button. Unfortunately, there is a pause, so that will be that. I think we can turn on the bird camera finally. Yep, we can. Still a little bit of reflection, but that's whatever. All right. So pause. And what's the situation right now? We got a camp pushing bottom lane against the side of Swedish Pensioners. We've got a decent camp in the top lane. Oh, we did have that raid earlier, so let's go ahead and get that.
Welcome!
Thank you for the raid. I appreciate that very much. So yeah, decent camp in bottom lane. That's fairly full HP. Camp in top lane as well, pushing up against Three-Legged Cat on that exposed keep. All right. So we're just waiting for this pause to finish out, and then we'll figure out what's going to go on with this, because it could be a map number 3. There's also a catapult in mid lane fixated onto the keep. And catapults right now are dealing 400 damage into structures. I'm glad to see you're healthy enough to be live for a bit. Yeah, yesterday I was able to do the full stream. Today I'm a bit sore. I'm feeling a bit sore today, a bit uncomfortable. I've been rotating ice packs pretty frequently, but fingers crossed it's not too bad today, and we can make the full stream. But laying on the floor with the uncomfortability and stuff, I'm so sick of laying on the floor. I'm so sick of it. While we're in this pause, now's a good time to remind you that, did you know, if you have Amazon Prime, you've got Prime Gaming, and if you've got Prime Gaming, you've got one free sub here at twitch.tv/Bahamut Gaming. Get yourself some ad-free viewing, get yourself some amazing emotes. And I have a deal with the John Cena. He's going to show up at Jeff Bezos' house and deliver a close-handed slap to the penis of Jeff Bezos. Would you like to harass a billionaire today? Be sure to Prime now while we're in this pause, waiting for a reconnection on a Diablo. As often as these games are getting paused, do we need a pause soundbite from Captain N? Captain N? Captain Nemo? Captain Nemo? Maybe if I... Sorry, I'm trying to rearrange this so it's pushing into the affected area. Not really pushing, but it's on. There we go, it's a little bit better. On the affected area. All right, well, we got a heavy pause right now. And by heavy pause, I just mean it's a little bit longer. What's up, Last? How you doing, bud? For those of us who are in the periphery of the community, what happened to you? Periphery? A long time ago, I injured my sacral joint. And then it mostly healed up. I was doing okay. In the fall, I had some issues, and then New Year's Day, I woke up and I had some really bad calf issues, and then from there, it just spurred on and on. And essentially, right now, I have currently I've heard two different, I've been given two different diagnosis. I have been told that it's ruptured, and I've been told that it's bulging. I have an L5-S1 disc that is currently bulging, or ruptured, and that is currently pushing onto a nerve, so there's pain shooting down my entire left leg. Now, the pain the pain last Saturday was so excruciating, I literally could not sit here and even think or talk. I'm doing a little bit better, but I'm nowhere near recovery. I have a surgeon consultation on Thursday this week, and fingers crossed, they say that they want to give me the local steroid injection. They do that, and we're done. Worst case, they tell me I need surgery, and I go get surgery. I've accepted having surgery, I just don't want to deal with all the crap around surgery. Like, So my dad's gonna fly out here and he's gotta help me out because there's no way in hell I can handle it on my own. Misha's gonna go down as there's a big burst of damage onto her. We have Yrel jumping in with a Righteous Hammer. Activates the Ardent Defender trying to jump in. Riptire from the Junkrat chasing down the enemies, but that's polymorphed and will not explode. Both wanted surgery, I bet. What? Who wants surgery? My physical therapist is banking on me just needing the shot, honestly. My physical therapist doesn't think I need surgery. My doctor doesn't think I need surgery. But who knows? I personally think I would say I'm 4 to 6 weeks from recovery. I'm 4 to 6 weeks from being in an okay place. I don't think I'll be fully recovered, but I'll be in a better place than I am now. But it still is going to be at least a month before I'm better. My snowboard season's shot. Like, it's done. I'm gonna, the next time, when I go and see the surgeon, I'm gonna ask for a note so I can try and get my season pass refunded mostly. Because if you get a medical injury, you can get your season pass discounted or refunded. So, might as well try. It's a bummer, but at least the snow season was crap. 7s apiece on both sides as we are waiting for our pretty much... We're kind of waiting for the final engagement because one good team fight on either side and it's GG. Jane is actually going to grab this camp in the bottom lane for some pressure. Is this 24 apiece in levels? Same with kills, 7 to 7. Well, that's not really same, but Max Passion, he's able to get out of this bottom lane. He's not going to be threatened. Dark is just throwing out some autos here. A little bit of splash from that blunderbuss. Rel, Varian, Anduin all showing in the top lane. Yeah, it's a tense map. It's a really tense map and a tense moment as well. As I mentioned, three-legged cat, they take a good team fight. They run into bot. Wait, hold on. Diablo, has he been discovered? He's got full souls. Kill command released by Rexar. Riptire from Junkrat going out. There's an X-Strike from Genji. Living Weapon nearly gets a full reset. Light Bomb from Anduin does go out. Yrel has to activate Ardent Defender. Diablo fishing around for a flank over here. Meanwhile, oh wait, hold on. Yrel's gonna discover this. The Apocalypse activated, but Varian goes down on the right-hand side. Is that enough to take us into a map number 3? Chastise from Anduin. Throws out a Divine Star as well. Anduin dead. Is it muscular or skeletal? It is a hemorrhage disc in my L5S1. Google that. Bulging, hemorrhaged, herniated, ruptured, any of those words will work. Essentially, there is a donut that is slipped out between the vertebrae of my spine and is pushing on a nerve. Dragonite achieved here. They're gonna go for mid lane keep. We're going to a map 3, chat. We're going to a map 3, chat. I don't see a world unless someone's gonna pull a Bobby Kotick fan club like yesterday and decide to go get a camp when they can end. This is looking like it's a map 3. All right, GG, well played. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Banshee Cup Qualifier number 6. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, it's going to be three-legged cat. On the right, it's going to be a bunch of losers who don't like to play Cho'Gall. What's up, Smitty? What's up, Skullfeet? How you doing, cuties? Hogger band away. Garden of Terror is going to be our next map here as we're getting into third map in the lower bracket quarterfinal. Next matchup will be going, or the next best of three is going to be lower bracket semifinal. And we'll have some target bans onto that Samuro as well. Not being able to harass with the Blade Master. The last ban over here, we've already seen Brightwing, we've already seen Lucio. What do they really not want to deal with here? Genji's been played, Hanzo's been played. Looks like they'll get rid of Blaze, okay. So no Pyromania, no Pyrotechnics from the Blaze. We'll have what to kick off for Swedish pensioners here. Oh, I don't hate an early Sonya, honestly. Like, an early Sonya could be pretty good. And give you camp clear, all that good stuff. Oh, well. They'll grab the Anubarak instead. They want the Beetles to summon. That's good around the Skeletal Defenders because you can then solo cap the objective. You also have, well, Beetles to tank shots or skill shots and poke. What kind of game do we want to see from Three-Legged Cat today? What kind of game do they want to play? Maev to start things out, so heavy control composition? Oh, the Umbral Bind to start things out. I was wondering if maybe they lean into an Uther for a stun. It still could be like a main... It could be a healer tank Uther, possibly, if they want to get that extra form of CC. Chromie is up and available for either side. She's fantastic on this map. Mephisto's also really good as well. So both of those are fantastic options for a map like Garden of Terror. Oh! Ow. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Swedish pensioners with a really mean start here. Very, very aggressive start on the right-hand side with that dive, that burst, that CC. Yeah, that's gonna be not fun to deal with. So they'll take the Chromie out of the equation. Doesn't look like they want to play it on the side of Three-Legged Cat. Oh boy, chat. I'm stressing out because I don't know if I feel good enough to fully stream today. I don't know. I'm stressing out about it. Yeah, I agree, Bandit. Oh, Vikings. Okay. No Vikings to be had. To get rid of the Viking value. I mean, it's not like they can't play it. It's just I wasn't expecting it from their draft. It is a good map for Vikings, though. A lot of camps to be grabbed. A lot of mercenary lord value you can apply as well. There's the Sonya I wanted. There's Mephisto as well. What kind of tank are we gonna get? On the opposing side, Nubarak, Uther, Kerrigan. Maybe some sort of burst mage. Or is it hyper carry? Okay, there's the mage. I like the Malthael. Good for camps. Whoa! Very quick Tyrael. Okay. Alright, which team is gonna win? Garden of Terror. So, let's see how things unfold here. We still have not had any Cho'Gall fun. No Cho'Gall fun this weekend, at least on this stream. Maybe we'll get some fun shenanigans today, but till then, oh, that's a better stretch. On the left side of Garden Terror, we've got Three-Legged Cat. I was going to say on the left side of Three-Legged Cat. On the left side of Garden Terror, Three-Legged Cat, BRB Soaking playing the Sonya, Captain Rex on your Stukov. We've got a Deviant Tyrael, High Wraith on the Maiev, and Dark to play Mephisto. Over on the right, we're looking at Swedish Pensioners. Not today. Not today what? I already forgot what I said. What's new? Skog playing the Anubarak Make on the on the Uther. We got a Max Passion Gul'dan Svampgrada to play your Malthael and Gia on the Kerrigan. Oh, you're probably talking about the Cho'Gall. Sorry, I'm in such a fog today. I'm in such a weird mental fog. So I'm trying my best, chat. I do apologize. If this is your first time in the stream and you're like, God, what is going on? I'm usually a little bit more focused. I'm usually able to discuss more food topics, but I've been a little distracted, little mental distraction over the last couple months actually. All right, well, really nothing major to be achieved here. Let's go ahead and start the prediction. Nothing really majorly achieved in that moment, so we'll just start up the gamble and go ahead and get your predictions in, chat. Sonya chilling in the top lane, just letting the waves crash towards her, so she is the safe side of the lane. Over in mid, High Wraith is able to back away. And in bottom lane, Mephisto throwing a Skull Missile out here and there. Does go into Unyielding Power level 1. By the way, Uther's going to be Hammer of the Lightbringer level 1. Oh, that's a really good slow from Stukov and friends, or I guess mostly just Stukov, but they had a great deal of damage into Anubarak, forcing him to burrow charge away. It's a basic ability cooldown. They forced the well tap, but still, nice little grab right there. Kerrigan doing her best to manage mid lane. No level 7 or no level 4 yet, so no sharpened blades to stack up. What is the correct amount of garlic to put into a dish? As much as you need, and then 2 more cloves. As much love as you want to put into that meal. Make wiggling around this fort front gate, trying to throw some heals back. There's some decent siege damage to be achieved out of the fort front gate right now. Sonya in the top lane, managing up against the Kerrigan just fine. Max Passion will go down. That's, by the way, the gamble's still up if that sways your gamble. Not sure if you're going to see that in time, but either way, first blood will be over to the side of Three-Legged Cat, and they're going to open up things in the bottom lane even further. Uh-oh, Uther. Make, a Skull Missile. Oh no, Deviant's got the chase. Deviant's got the chase. The camp's still, the wave's still here. Another one crashing in. Man, this is a good early start for Three-Legged Cat. Oh. Umbra Bind pulls Skog back. Little Fan of Knives to kiss the tail of, or I guess kiss the tushy of Anubarak. Oh, it's a very good start for Three-Legged Cat, not gonna lie. Like the way they've kicked things out. Off, out, on, around. As I mentioned, a lot of camps to be had around this map, so we're just going to see a priority onto that for a few moments here. Uther, we're good on that Hammer of the Lightbringer, as I said. Just trying to get those stacks finished out as quickly as possible. Did go Holy Fire level 4, and that'll be first seed over the left-hand side. Kerrigan finds a combo onto Malthael, nope, onto Maiev. And she's able to get the Vault of the Warden out, throws an Umbral Bind back onto the enemy. Spirit of Vengeance not reactivated. Malthael throws out a Shroud, trying to mark onto the enemy. Some Fan and Knife resets for High Wraith here. And another Siege to be pushed in. This is looking pretty good for Three-Legged Cat. Alright, next seed, top right of the map. Stukov runs to bottom, soaking things up quickly. By the way, if you are watching over on Twitch, or if you're watching on Twitch Live, be sure to drop a follow. Costs you $0, gets you some channel points, and supports the channel. I do try and stream 6 days a week and average 6 hours per stream. Currently have a spinal injury, so it is a little difficult to hit all those stats and everything, but we're doing our best to still create great content. If you're watching over on YouTube, it's much appreciated. If you're not subscribed over there, be sure to subscribe so we can grow the YouTube channel and eventually monetize the channel. And I might have mentioned this before or not, but all YouTube VODs, when it comes to Banshee Cup and stuff like that, that I edit, I add spoiler-free additional time. So all best of 3s are an hour and a half regardless of how many maps there are. Best of 5s are all 2.5 hours regardless of how many maps there are, so... And if you're watching right now and you're like, man, I'd like to check out more of these, the YouTube page, I just edited a bunch more. I just finished out Qualifier number 4. Obviously, I did do Qualifier 5 because I was injured. Qualifier 4 is pretty much all up on YouTube, and we'll slowly release 1 video per day. A lot of good content over there if you want more content when I'm not live on Twitch. Tyria will fall. 10 talent tier almost here for both sides. Let's cycle through the numbers, get an idea of what the damage healing experience looks like between both teams, as this will be a seed given away. Playing it safe, throwing the Spirit of Vengeance back. Not going to get ganked in top lane. Yeah, we had a subathon coming up this week. That's been postponed to the end of March. Nice Vault of the Warden from High Wraith. Nice Vault of the Warden right there. Avoids the Cocoon from a Nubarak. Good timing. Our cooking stream and Baja Ross are probably going to be delayed out for this month as well. I don't think standing for 2-ish hours doing a cooking stream is a smart idea. Maybe towards the end of February. I'm not sure yet, but I just don't want to... I don't want to push it too hard. The Saturday and Sunday have been kind of the experimental days, and hopefully it's not going to set me back. But I will say this, today it's a lot of soreness, and I'm hoping that it's just because I did a little bit of chore stuff after stream yesterday, and I didn't relax enough, so fingers crossed. Is Skog usually a tank? Yeah, if I remember correctly. They did have Quit subbing in for 1 game earlier today. But yeah, I think Skog is typically the tank player.
Before your enemy does.
Alright, Uther set up on the high side of the wall for a bit of delay around this, and Nubarak on the left-hand side for some delay as well. Irate is not channeling. I don't know if they realize that or not. Nubarak steps in, drops a couple beetles. Gets 1 delay. Sonya activates Wrath of Berserker. Malthael gets a delay as well. Uther looking for a delay over the wall, and Nubarak comes in with the Burrow Charge that will confirm the delay. The Cocoon will connect. There's going to be a Durance of Hate as well. Divine Shield met by that Durance of Hate. Containment Disc on the right-hand side as the Cocoon will expire. Sonya spears in, has the Wrath of Berserker still active as Gia is going to rotate around, looking for a good angle to jump into this fight. There are camps in top and bottom, top and mid, pushing in against the side of Three-Legged Cat, as now Tyrael's in a really rough spot to see if Sanctification, not for 8 seconds. It might have been put on a 10-second timer there as he was CC'd. He gets a good, like, 3 or 4 seconds off his death timer, and this looks like it's a disengage from the side of Three-Legged Cat. There's that Siege camp in mid, and there's that Bruiser camp in top lane pushing in. All right, 2 out of 3 seeds to the side of Swedish Pensioners. They're making a case for a Garden Terror in their favor. Nubarak has discovered Maya, but she gets the Vault of the Warden out in time. Avoids the second round of CC. Stun, Ravage in, Durance of Hate just to the side. That would have been a big Durance, I think, because I think it would have spread to at least 2 other players. I think that would have been a 3 catch. For those of you that were around yesterday about the bounty thing, I was mentioning to Rob that players are going to try and game the system or something by using different skins for like all Horde and stuff like that. And no joke, I got a tag in Discord a couple hours after the tournament yesterday, and someone was like, can we use Johanna skin as the Johanna Orc skin for Warcraft? And Rob literally messages, like, tags me, like, look, someone did it. And I was like, I knew it. Like, I knew the players would immediately try and do that. Horrify from Gul'dan pushes the Sonya towards her allies. The Wrath Berserker just now expiring. Kerrigan on the Looking, oh wait, hold on, Fan of Knives reveals her. Kerrigan ravages onto Deviant, who drops the Sanctification. The Durance of Hate will go out, connecting onto the Anubarak. There's no one else being affected by that, as High Wraith on the left-hand side is low. Last Rites from Malthael, 32 seconds away from being utilized, or off cooldown. Big Lurking Arm, Spirit of Vengeance in. Divine Shield is forced out onto Anubarak. Skog is able to back away, as this Seed looks like it goes over to the side of Three-Legged Cat. Now, Druin's Might on the other side of the wall. Malthael gets a delay. Sonya spears, not able to connect, but she wants to keep the Wrath Berserker up. Malthael with another delay. Lurking Arm with the Growing Infestation from Stukov. Malthael, is he going to get punished for this? Doesn't look like it. Maybe he is, actually. There's a Containment Disc onto Uther, and absolutely. Didn't see the Containment Disconnect, and nicely done. Kerrigan pushes up a wave in bottom, and she'll be able to hearth out just fine. Okay. Yeah, I don't think BRB Soaking will catch her. Nubrak's able to burrow charge out. He won't be picked off either. Mid lane has a decent wave here. I don't think they're going to push any further. Kerrigan ravaging in. She's already got the Sharpened Blades finished out. Durance of Fate from our Mephisto will connect onto Nubrak once again. Gul'dan, he did use the Horrify. Last Rites from Malthael is off a cooldown, but he's not around. There's a Cocoon onto Maiev. Lurking Arm underneath just to zone back the enemy as the Wrath Berserker activated by the Sonya. And they're in position for this. Swedish Pensioners.
Isn't nature splendid?
4-2 in kills, 15 apiece in levels, 16 talent tier closer for Swedish Pensioners. Camp stolen away, it looks like. Uther is currently, yeah, they're getting a camp trade for a Sonya death, and I don't think Deviant gets this. Containment Disc, wait a minute, Containment Disc. Malthael does have the delay. Containment Disc expires and the Durance of Fate will not connect, and this is looking like it's going to be a messed up fight for, or a muddled fight for Three-Legged Cat. Unfortunate. Good attempt, but it just did not work out, and Garden Terror goes over to the enemy side. All right, Garden Terror to the side of Swedish Pensioners. They get the 16 talent tier advantage as well. Garden Terror in mid lane is right up on that fort, and it will confirm it. Horrify from Gul'dan does split Maiev, and there's a stun from Uther. Kerrigan follow up around the corner, and Maiev does go down. Cocoon applied to the Sonya, Lurking Arm underneath all of that. She's going to be stunned by Uther still. The Garden Terror pressuring in through this mid lane. Malthael and bottom pushing things up as well already. Top lane working its way up, and oh wait, that's a big Durance of Hate to spread. Chrysalis from Kerrigan avoids that CC, but now Gia needs to back away. Little isolated from the team. Gets the Divine Shield from Uther and ravages towards the fort side wall. Okay. Just rearranging that ice pack once again. Just trying to rotate it on different spots here, hoping that it gives me a little bit of soreness relief. 'Cause that's where we're at. We're just kind of, we're very uncomfortable today, chat, and I apologize. Very distracted. Nubrak and crew are looking at a potential kill on Tyrael, and yes, he will be deleted. Absolutely deleted. Thank you, Queen Nightshade. No audio, but just the text for it. Okay, Sonya managing top. Swamp's right around. That's actually Wrath Berserker still active with that glow on the weapons, but it is gonna expire. Oh, I agree, Bandit. I'm uncomfortable too, dude. So, feels like Three-Legged Cat is slowly losing out on this best-of-3 series here. Kerrigan chilling in the top. She's actually just not showing in wave. Spirit of Vengeance just to try and get into this top faster, clear out the camp. Next Garden Terror Siege is top center. Won't be a Garden Terror to the side of Swedish Pensioners, but they don't want to give this away because the enemy team would be able to summon Garden Terror and start pushing back in these lanes. Hearts,
My little
ouch.
seed is on the verge of sprouting. Prepare to gather it.
Oh boy, chat. Sorry. Tried to rearrange things and it's not working out for us. Maybe that's better. They just need one more map to turn it around. No, they just turn it around here. That's all. Oopsies. They have not. Oh, wait, hold on. A Nubarak with the burrow charge doesn't follow up anymore. Rad Berserker Sonya is not going to be able to land the spear. Cocoon avoided by another Vault of the Warden. That's two at least that I've seen in this game. Nicely done from High Wraith. Look at that pooping pig. Just dropping coins left and right. Good thing it's not Blackheart's Bay. Anubarak finds a double combo. Horrify from Ghoul, Dan, Containment Disc from Maiev, but that is a quick kill into Sonya. Sanctification from Tyrael as he tries to get out with the Eldruin's Might. Last Rites is applied and Tyrael does go down. This is looking like Swedish Pensioners. If they might be able to end right here, right now. Hey, what's up, Joy? You're just in time, bud. Kerrigan and friends will take down. Yeah, this is GG. Swedish Pensioners. Reverse sweep. I don't think you not end here. I think you 1000% end in this situation. Right here, right now. Take the map, end the series, move on to the lower bracket semifinal, and that'll be the case. Nicely done, Swedish Pensioners with a reverse sweep here in our first best of 3 of the day. Given hope to Three-Legged Cat in that map number 1, but this map number 2 was a completely different story as we take a look at the mini-map at the end here. But GG, well played. Swedish Pensioners move on. But there's camps? There were camps, you are right.